What's going on? What's going on? I Hate Average Podcast back with another week, another episode. I'm back. I'm excited. I apologize for the kind of sabbatical. It's been a couple of weeks before we haven't put up an episode in a couple of weeks. But we're back. We got a great conversation with Whitney Bonilla. She's a model. You guys probably seen her on Instagram and on magazine covers. So we just wanted to talk to her about her career, what we should look forward to in the future, and also just her opinion on the modeling game in general. So great conversation with Whitney Bonilla coming up. Of course, you guys can follow us on Instagram, I Hate Average Podcast. Once again, I Hate Average Podcast on Instagram. And, of course, if you know anyone who should be on the show or you want to let us know about our guests, you have feedback for the show, you can email us, show@averagej.com. Once again, show@averagej.com. Thank you guys for the continued support. Check out the conversation with Whitney Bonilla. What was it that got you excited about modeling? What was that first shoot like? You just said, you just felt something. You just felt that, this is something you could really do.
Honestly, the first shoot, I was sick. Like, I had the flu, but I was just like, you know what? This is my first time doing it. I'm gonna. And the photos actually came out really good.
Okay.
I don't know. I just love the attention that I was getting. I'm not an attention whore. I'm really not. But it was just that first shoot, like seeing how everybody was. I was pretty much like a diva. Everyone was catering to me and my needs. I was just like, oh shit, I gotta get used to this. I was like, all right, I could do this. And then after that, it was just like, all right, I broke the ice on that one.
Yeah, I guess it probably was a different feeling to just have all eyes on you and everything was just based on your needs at the time.
Pretty much, exactly.
So, how did you get started with branding? So you had the shoot, you met the photographer, you had the shoot, but I'm seeing that you're becoming more and more popular. You were getting on magazine covers. So when do you think that people started noticing your brand?
Wow. Sheesh. I'm trying to figure that out myself. I ask myself that question every day. Like, how the hell did I manage to get on all these magazine covers? I think it's just people seeing that I believe in myself.
Okay.
Like, I don't have a manager. I've been doing this on my own.
Wow.
I've been reaching out. Yeah, I've been reaching out to photographers, DMing them. Yep, I slide in the DM. It's all right.
Yeah.
And they just see, like, I have that drive. And I'm 31 years old, so it's like I'm not a youngin'. I know, don't get me wrong, I've only been doing it for 5 years now.
Okay.
But I have friends who've been doing it for longer, and they've been showing me the game and, like, to voice my opinions and stuff. So when photographers see that, and like I said, I have this drive, like, this is, like, it's just a hobby. But when my main thing is maybe it's to be a full-time model, but
okay.
Right now I only see it more as it just being my hobby.
Yeah.
But I think it's just they see that I'm focused. Like, I don't have, like I said, I'm my own manager doing this, and they see that I put out 110% in all my shoots. I think that's why I've been on so many magazines. I'm not on like 80 of them, but I've been on maybe like almost 10 covers.
That's amazing to be doing on your own. That's really amazing. So, do you think that, because some might say, all right, it's a disadvantage to be 31 now, but I see it as an advantage because you kind of have a little bit more experience. Like you said, you're in the workforce, so your work ethic might be a little higher than that of someone who is, 21 who really never had a job, so they don't know how to push themselves. So do you think that's kind of an advantage?
You know what? To be honest with you, it is more of an advantage because I've been a manager before, in a job, and I know how to value time. I don't waste nobody's time. I grew up in a Marine family on my dad's side, so this is what my uncle always told me, and I live by it till the day I die. And he'll always tell me, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've always been that way, so I've always been consistent with being early at a shoot. And photographers love that shit. When you're consistent and early and don't waste no time and you nail shots like that, it's my mindset. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't take this shit as a joke. Like I said, yeah, it is a hobby. But when it comes to my photo shoots, I make sure I'm on time. And a lot of these young models that are up and coming, their mindset. I'm not saying, listen, I have a lot of friends who are younger than me, and they always ask me for like my advice, and I always tell them, listen, voice your opinion. If there's something you don't want to do, you let them know. They'll respect. I mean, they'll look at you like, damn, you're gonna feel that type of way because it's happened to me before. Before I started taking my clothes off, I would tell people, like, I'm not getting naked. You guys aren't paying me for this. Like, I came in with my outfits. I'm taking shoot pictures with this, and that is it. Y'all want more? Y'all go to the next female. You know what I mean? Like, and I tell a lot of these young girls too, like, voice your opinion. There's nothing wrong with not. If you don't want to do something, you let them know. That's it. You know.
Of course. Is it? I thought that was. I mean, I always figured things like that would happen, like back in maybe 5-10 years ago. But you think nowadays still that photographers still giving models that problem where they kind of take things too far?
I don't think so, because I had just taken one of my friends to her first shoot, and the photographer was really, like, very respectful. Like, it wasn't my friend, it was her daughter. It was a C16 type of thing.
Okay.
And we did it in Long Island, and he was very respectful. I mean, her mom wasn't there, so I took her.
Okay.
And in the car right there, I was telling her, listen, I understand we're doing this outdoors. You have like 6-7 outfits. If you feel like there's an outfit you don't want to shoot in because it's going to show, you don't have to take. You shoot with what you want to shoot with. You're 16 years old. Like, I get it. I'm doing this as a favor for your mom. So please don't get my ass kicked. So, she did a great job. I mean, she doesn't see herself doing the modeling. She just wanted something for her Sweet 16.
Okay.
For like a little collage they do.
Yeah.
And it came out. I think it came out really well. You know what I mean? But like I said, I always let these up and coming models know. Like, a lot of my quotes is like, just voice your opinion. Don't let them take advantage, because whether they have 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, or just one follower, like, that shit isn't. It's just how you represent yourself, and I think that's why a lot of these photographers that have more followers than I just, like, work with me, because one, I'm a funny ass chick. When I go to work, we listen to music. I bug out in my shoes. We have fun. We drink. They smoke. I don't smoke, but they smoke. I drink.
Yeah.
And we bug out. You know what I mean? But the shoots come out. I never have an issue with any of my shoots. I don't think so.
That's amazing. See, you never had no complaints with the photographers. That's always amazing. That's a great thing.
Oh no, any photographer can tell you, she's amazing to work with.
That's great.
And it's not being cocky. I'm just very confident in, what I bring to the table.
Of course. So nowadays, I had a question I wanted to ask you, but I'm assuming it's because I'm answering my own question. I was going to ask you how, because I'm sure you see on Instagram how a lot of girls, a lot of models, they like getting fake stuff. And I was going to ask you, have you, or why wouldn't you get fake stuff? But I'm assuming it's because you're more mature and you're aware, more self-aware.
Honestly, like, I don't knock anyone. I have a lot of friends who've done it, and I don't look at them no different. I really don't. Me personally, like, just being raised with being a tomboy itself. Like, I've never seen myself to alter myself. Like, listened. There's a lot of critics out there, and they always be like, "Oh, maybe you need to do a nose job. Oh, maybe you need more boobs, or you might no." This is how God made me. This is exactly how I'm going to remain. Like, I remember one guy was like, "Oh, your nose is too big. You're never going to make it." This is a photographer. I'm telling you. And do I know where the photographer is at? No. Am I still doing what I'm still doing? Yes. So when people tell me, "Oh, maybe you need to alter yourself," I'm like, maybe you need to alter your attitude.
Exactly.
Because like, I can always outgrow my looks. You're always going to be an ignorant son of a bitch. Like, it's just how it is.
It's true. It's true. So,
but a lot of people, they like me, I listen. there was a moment in my modeling career where I was going to give up because, you know, I was working my ass off, putting myself out there. And a lot of these girls that, you know, are plastic are getting more, you know, more work. You know what I mean? And I was just like, damn, I'm not trying to, you know, be that type of person. I don't hate on no female. I don't.
Yeah, of course.
Every female is beautiful in their own way, whether you bought whatever you know, you got working with or not. Every female is beautiful. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Yeah.
But me personally, like, I'm not going to work my ass off for the next chick who was bought, you know, who paid for her shit to get noticed more. So I stood back for a while, almost a year modeling because of that. And then a friend of mine who, he does photography. He's actually one of my main photographers. He hit me up. And so did my other homegirl. She did my comeback shoot in the summertime. Okay. And they were like, yo, you need to come back. Like, fuck these, you know, these fake ass people, fuck their fake bodies and blah, blah, blah. You need to come back. We need Whitney back. And I was like, you know what? The summertime, I hit my homegirl up since, and I was like, let's do this. Let's do it. So I was never good.
So you really was starting to become, I guess, like discouraged because people started gravitating more to the fake?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? Like, everybody wants a Nicki Minaj. Everybody wants a Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more of a, I like to be, I don't compare myself to anybody, but I like the realness. Yeah. Like old school. You know what I mean? Like, when Aaliyah was alive, she didn't have boobs. You know what I mean? Like, she was natural.
Of course.
And I looked up to her. You know what I mean? Like, I was always like, damn, like, she's one of the real ones. Yeah. That didn't alter anything, you know what I mean? And that's how I feel. And this is where I come. And listen, my DMs sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I get a lot of young girls who are starting, and they were like, did you ever consider? And I'm like, no, not at all. And you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to get lip injections because Kylie Jenner got it. No.
That's true.
You know, just be true to yourself.
Yeah, I always think about, like, the functionality. Like, yes, it's okay to get the fake stuff, but like you said, like, you have a day job. Like, it's going to affect other parts of your life. When I see women do things like that, I don't think they realize it's going to affect other parts of their life, that they do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think...
You know what I mean? Like, everyone gets old.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? Like, that shit's not going to last long.
Yeah.
A 90-year-old with a big ass. Like, come on. Really?
And it's going to be hard by the time they get 90. It's going to be hard. And
yeah, they're going to really need a wheelchair to walk around because that fake ass is going to wear them down.
Yeah, brittle bones. What I mean? Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. And I don't think people... I think it's a problem where a lot of people don't think long term. And
no, they just think of the now, not in the future, you know?
Exactly. And I think... It's interesting that you took a year off and came back. So when you had the year off, was you still watching the modeling game, or you just really just took a complete break?
No, I think like I pretty much took almost a year off. But I was following, you know, to see what the new trend was here and there, you know.
Okay.
And I was just, you know, discouraged because a lot of these magazines only focused on women who are, you know, bigger chested and have bigger asses and are enhanced in certain ways. Like me, I was just like, you know what, I think I'm going to just put my, throw the towel. Yeah. That's it. But like I said, when I started getting feedback from a lot of the people I've worked with, even models hit me up like, oh, I don't see you posting new work anymore. And then I'm just like, because I've pretty much given up on it, you know. Like, I see what society wants and what they, you know, they find as being pretty and stuff, and I'm just like, I had it. I was just like, I'm done. But then, you know, getting all the love and the support that I got from my people, I was just like, you know what? All right. Yeah. I'm back. I'm back.
I'm happy you're back. I'm excited that you're back. And I'm excited about the magazine covers you've been doing. So, what's next? What can we see next from Whitney?
Well, I got 3 magazines coming out soon. I have one, I believe I have 2 coming out now and 1 in October.
Wow.
Let me see what else. What else is going on in my life? I think that's pretty much the main thing.
Okay.
That's going on is the 3 covers that I shot for in one day.
One day you did?
One day I did 3 magazine covers. Wow. That shit was a work. That shit was definitely a workout.
So what's something what's too far? Like when you go in and you have an idea of the shoot that you want, but what's saying, you know what, it's going too far. I don't want to do that.
Honestly, if you would have asked me this a few years ago, I would have been like posing nude. But obviously, I'm out there now. Okay. I don't think I would have anything that's too out there because, like I said, I like doing different things. I like being different. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, and me personally, like I said, if you would have asked me this when I first started out, I'd be like, I'm not posing naked, and I look at me 5 years later. I barely have any clothes on.
Do you think you grew and just became more comfortable with yourself?
Honestly, yes, because I remember when I think it was my second or my third shoot, I was doing lingerie, and I was very self-conscious with my stretch marks because I have them all over my ass. Okay. I was big when I was a kid, and then I lost it. Which is normal, exactly. It is, but for me, being the person that I am, I've gotten bullied when I was a kid, so I used to always like hide myself behind baggy clothes and all this shit. So when I started taking off, I was like, damn, like I don't have what these other girls have. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to take off this, and my boobs look better in a bra. Like I don't want to show my stretch marks, and that made me very self-conscious of myself, which is why I didn't take off as much clothes then. I was more fashiony then than I am now, which should be probably reversed. I should be more into like more clothes on, but now I'm just like, oh, you want me? Oh, okay, no problem. Hold on.
Which is, I think, is a good thing to grow and to become more conscious, and nudity wasn't a problem anymore. Have you from your fans, from people that your followers, people that's been checking you out, have you got any positive or negative feedback from that?
I've gotten a few negative feedbacks. People telling me that, I think I had posted it up on my page too. I've taken it down because it's like me giving them clout, but it was what it was. Yeah. I've gotten criticized for me not looking, like a size 0. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even fat, but okay, no problem, whatever you say. And the whole nose situation, oh, your nose is too big, you need to fix this, you need to do that. I'm like, okay, thanks, have a blessed day.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. Like, negative, I always tell myself, and I tell a lot of people this, that negative minds bring negative outcomes. And
yeah,
I've always been positive. I've always been positive when it comes to ignorant people, like, I stay positive because positive things come back to me.
No, I definitely agree. And I think sometimes people are negative because they want your attention. I think maybe they didn't have access to you. So they say they know if I say this, I know I'll get her reaction.
Yeah, they think that I'm going to come at them latches. Like, dude, I'm 31 years old. I'm too old to be acting like I'm a fucking 15-year-old. I'm going to give you the same respect that you should be giving me. And if they be like, oh, you ain't no model. I never said I was. There's nothing in my bio that says I'm a model. I pose. Yes, I do. I do modeling. You know what I mean? Like, I never said I was.
You're enjoying
exactly.
Life.
I'm enjoying my life. I'm 31 years old. I can do that. I have no kids. Yeah. I'm sorry that, you're in a state of mind where you're ignorant. And I'm not going to I'm not stooping to your level. I wasn't raised that way. My mom always raised me to be humble. So when I get negative feedback, I'm going to come back at you like, have a blessed day. Yeah. Thank you. No problem. Okay. Next.
So for you, do you get most of the negative comments or feedback from males or females?
More. I think it's more female.
Really?
I don't think I've ever gotten anything from a guy.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten any negative feedback from a guy. It's all females, and it does it saddens me because I'm like, we're women. Yeah. This is why a lot of guys degrade us, because we call each other bitches. We call each other this. We go against each other instead of building each other up like queens are supposed to do. Yeah. And this is why I swear to God, I tell my friends this all the time. queens don't argue with peasants. And I don't. You're not going to get that reaction out of me. Like, listen, back in high school, I'd have just punched this person in their face. No questions asked.
Yeah.
But now, I'm just like, I'm not even going to waste my 2 cents on you. Like, it's not even, it doesn't even make any sense.
So, do you have issues with other models, or is just these are just women who see your page and they just get upset?
No, it's just random females. Like, I don't think models ever had an issue with me. Like, I have a lot of I don't have female friends.
Okay.
I have associates. I have maybe three close female friends of mine. That's it. Okay. Everyone else, you're just an associate. Like, that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
But I don't think any female model has ever come to me like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, they encourage me. And this is why.
That's a great thing. That's a great thing.
You know what I mean? Like, I love when women encourage each other instead of bashing each other. And I don't know. Like, this is why I just stay to myself. I'm always home. Like, if I don't have to go out, I'm in my house. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. That's how you stay out of trouble that way.
Hell yeah. Amen to that.
So, which magazines should we look forward to see you in the next couple of months? You say you got 2 more coming out?
Let me see. I have Fast Life, I made cover.
Okay.
Babe Watch, I made cover. And that Splash Mag, I'm on the cover.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you say you made cover, so that means you did the shoot?
I'm on the cover of all 3 of them. The shoot is done, the magazine should be coming out, so.
Nice. So how does the magazine, so you do the shoots and then the photographer lets you know if it's going to be like centerfold or cover?
Oh, they tell me beforehand. Like, they'll ask me if I want to shoot and what it's for, what are they, if it's on the cover, if it's just like, exactly like you said, like the centerfold or whatever. They always let me know ahead of time.
Oh, that's cool.
Normally it is, even if it's just like, advertisement, any kind of publicity is great publicity, you know what I mean?
Of
like,
course,
I don't mind.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't mind being in a magazine for something.
Of course, yeah. It's always good to build the brands. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really, really appreciate your time, Whitney. I don't want to hold you all night, but thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for having me on here.
All right, so just let people know how they can reach out to you.
Oh, they can definitely reach out to me. It's mostly Instagram because I have Facebook, but I don't even use it. That's like a waste of my space. But they can reach me on Instagram. It's Whitney 2_ Bonilla.
Okay. Thank you again. I appreciate it. All right, there you have it. That's our conversation with Whitney Bonilla. I'm excited to be back. Thank you guys again for the continued support. I Hate Average Podcast. You could hit us up on Instagram, I Hate Average Podcast. Of course, you could email us, show@averagej.com. Let us know what you think, what you like, what you don't like. Once again, show@averagej.com. You can email us. Let us know what you like, who should be on the show. Let us know what's your favorite episode, things that you'd like to see. So, of course, give us more feedback, and it's going to be better. I kind of fubbed the intro for this episode, but it still worked out. So thank you guys for the continued support. All right. I Hate Average Podcast. Talk to you guys next week.